You
Judge
come
Joe
some
Brown
dude
speaks
that
on
can't
how
make the
transgender
varsity,
athletes
so
have an
he puts
unfair
on a
advantage in
sports
sports.
bra and puts weave in his hair and claims to be a girl, and he gets to beat up on girls,
Yeah.
beat against them, and
And I seen the one when they was wrestling. Remember you seen the one that was wrestling?
yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
know about that too. I have a
Yeah.
friend granddaughter who started taking martial arts real early. I hadn't seen it till she was 11. Since she'd been 11. So
Mm.
I was at one of these discount hardware stores, and somebody said, Uncle Joe. So I turned around and I said, wow, you're talking to me, this beautiful young woman. But she had her arm up in a cast with a strut on it down to her waist.
Mm.
And I said, wait a minute, aren't you so and so's granddaughter? She said, yeah. She was 19. She's beautiful, drop dead gorgeous. But I said, what happened to your arm? She said, well, I was into martial arts and I did wrestling, women's wrestling. So I got a full scholarship. I said, well, what happened? She said, well, we had state tournament or regional tournament, and they wanted us to wrestle these two boys, these freaks who were masquerading as girls on this other team. I said, hell no. Then they told me I'd lose my scholarship and the team would forfeit.
Mm.
So me and this other girl had to wrestle these two guys. She got put into a coma for 3 days and got her jaw broken in two.
Oh man.
And I got my a compound fracture in my arm, and I've had 3 operations. And she started crying. She said, Uncle Joe, I can't sleep, if I don't take the pain medication. And if I take the pain medication,
Mm.
I'm too out of it to study. What am I going to do? And I said, you punk ass freaks going around doing this to some woman.
Yeah.
You ought to be, never mind what they ought to be. But if you can't make the boys varsity, sit your ass in the stand and cheer
Right.
like everybody else. And I don't mean putting on a skirt. Go put on some slacks and a cheerleader sweater with the team letter on it and throw the pretty
Yeah.
up in the air and catch it. See, but
Well,
this
well,
is not,
Judge, it's crazy, Judge. But a day in your time, it would never happen like that.
oh, hell no.
Never, it would never happen like that. We in a different generation now, Judge. And would you say like the government is behind it? Would the government be
Yes,
enforcing it?
yes. What has happened, remember the little thing about it's a new religion?
Yes.
Those who are disenfranchised don't think there's a purpose or a cause. This system of philosophy gives them one. They have infiltrated the government, both parties. They have taken over the entertainment industry. They've taken over the news industry, and they are trying to install this as a new religion. It is particularly insidious for minorities who have adopted this because they no longer have to be colored anymore. They can be rainbow.
Mm.
They don't have
Yeah.
to be black, white, brown, red, yellow. They can be all of that rainbow. So that's what they're doing. And the parties are creating chaos. So behind the scenes, when everybody's paying attention to the hell,